So I think first I want to highlight that match fixing in Indian football is happening for a while now. 10 साल से मैं देख रहा हूँ in second division leagues there are some 17 goals, 13-14 goals scored in a single game, and these happen ideally two way to do it, once एक होता है स्पोर्टिंग बेनिफिट के लिए कोई लोग मैच फिक्स करते हैं किसी टीम को क्वालिफाई करने के लिए किसी भी चीज़ में किसी भी टूर्नामेंट में एक्स अमाउंट ऑफ गोल्स चाहिए टू इम्प्रूव देयर गोल डिफरेंस एंड देन दे डू इट ट्राई टू फिक्स द मैच सो दैट दे गेट द स्पोर्टिंग बेनिफिट. Another thing is which is the major reason for match fixing in India is the betting punters. And one of the leagues which is always on the radar is Goa Pro League. Goa Pro League was one of the first state league in India who came on these betting platforms, and Khelna was a media platform approached by these punters many times regarding the match information, playing lineup, which team is better and everything. And this is a very regularly in India because Goa Pro League was one of the first state league who had started sending, the betting companies started having their men on the ground to send the live data to their servers to showcase this, various punters all the way started betting on Goa Pro League, So one of those punters regularly tried to use money as an influence to fix these games at the lower division in India, which is state leagues, sometimes second division games, and that's again the same thing has happened in this season I League also. One of those, these approach made to I League players were made outside India, and currently I am told that 2 to 3 matches are under radar on the suspicion of the match fixing in this I League also. So and that under suspicion of AIFF, and they're going through it, and I think they will figure it out that will those kind of punters have done this. And so if you go back to the years back in 2012, 2013, the second divisions, the I League games, some of I League games, at that time also, these punters used to approach players, owners, coaches and everybody regarding, trying to say, do a spot kind of fixing, to receive a yellow card, to concede a goal, particular after this minute, to score a goal after that minute. So these kind of approaches have been regularly made in Indian football. When these punters, especially when they started seeing that I League and for example ISL this time, they are very heavily under radar of FIFA, they started approaching these state league clubs. So Goa Pro League, in Karnataka super division, MDFA leagues in Mumbai, all these kind of state leagues are on the betting platforms, and I think that's where these match fixing started happening prominently in India, because those games are very easy to fix considering the salaries this player receive, not anything, and they started going for earning those money because they think मैच में तो हमने क्या ही फर्क पड़ना है, हमने कहीं जाना तो नहीं, हम ले ही लेते हैं. एंड दैट स्टार्टेड हैपनिंग इन लास्ट 3 to 4 years रेगुलरली. पहले ये गोवा प्रो लीग में होना चालू हुआ, उसके बाद कर्नाटका की लीग में भी, जो बैंगलोर की BDFA लीग होती है उसमें भी, एंड मुंबई की लीग में भी. एंड आई थिंक लास्ट फ्यू ईयर्स में दिस स्टार्टेड हैपनिंग इन अ सेकंड डिवीजन आई लीग ऑल्सो. और रिसेंट ईयर में एक और चीज़ को बताता हूँ कि स्पोर्टिंग का भी एक मामला निकल के आया है. मैं जैसे बोला, मैच फिक्सिंग दो टाइप की होती हैं, एक आपको बोला स्पोर्टिंग बेनिफिट्स के लिए, एक मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट के लिए. मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट्स यूजुअली करते हैं पंटर्स फ्रॉम आउटसाइड इंडिया, जो बैटिंग वाले होते हैं, वो चीज़ करते हैं. रिसेंट ईयर में दो चीज़ें निकल के आई हैं. एक हुआ है स्पोर्टिंग मैरिट में, मैंने एक मैच सुना था रिसेंट ईयर्स में सेकेंड डिवीजन लीग में, लेटर स्टेट के गेम में मैच में रेफरीज चेंज किए गए with one of the owners using his influence to at the football headquarters AIFF office to change the referees at the game. And I think the other team did complain about it, but AIFF at that time said that it is a normal procedure of changing referees, nothing has happened. But the team which was on this suffering end complained about it, but didn't happen much. So these kind of stuff also happened. Match referees get changed at the last moment in India also, especially at the lower division league. That's one. Another case which came recently was a Singapore investor who was caught multiple times for the match fixing throughout the world, not India, in various European countries. Some and this was reported by Marcus also on Times of India, I think few months ago. And what he did was he invested in 4 I League clubs through different companies, or one company. That structure is still not clear, and started influencing the match result accordingly, and started started betting on those games. So that's where this was highlighted. At that time, well, CBI inquiry was ordered, but at right now there is no information on the what happened to that inquiry. How come that particular owner is allowed to own 4 clubs in I League is still not clear. To give an example on ISL side, when ISL look for a new owners, for example, new franchisee owners comes in ISL, it happened with various clubs have changed their owner throughout this year, from Delhi Dynamos to Mumbai City FC to Mohun Bagan coming in, East Bengal bringing new owners, Hyderabad FC from Pune City to Hyderabad FC, even Kerala Blasters getting new investors and owners in past. What ISL do a thorough checking of the background of the owners who are coming in. Sadly, that's not the process in any kind of process in I League, because I League is under AIFF and all the clubs are independent of it. They don't come under the umbrella of there is no floating tender kind of it. When AIFF bring new franchisee through a direct entry, that time they do it. But say if I League club is already there, in I League, and they're getting a new investor, AIFF has no control and they never have put in any kind of a system into it that how they can go and find out about the new investor of particular club. So that's the जो उस कमजोरी का या उस कमी का फायदा उस सिंगापुर इन्वेस्टर ने उठाया था. Another thing which I want to highlight is a pay and play model which is going through second division leagues. Recently last few years I leagues also, and lower division league, it's regular stuff. Even it was there in Delhi football also, and by the way, match fixing cloud was there in Delhi football in recent years also. So I think that is also a concern sign, because the capital of India, and the people have these punters again try to reach out Delhi clubs to fix the games. Why I want to highlight the pay and play model. In last few years, some I League clubs have started taking money from players, from 2.5 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees, to get them play into I League, and these are done by players to get certificates and everything, so that can help them in an education purpose, can help them in a government job and everything. So I want to highlight why I'm bringing this topic. If a club is ready to take money from a player to play him into a game, so what I want to say is that that again, if मैं एक क्लब में हूँ और मैं एक प्लेयर को ले रहा हूँ, मैं उसको बोल रहा हूँ मुझे give me 5 lakh rupees, you will play in this particular game, that player can go and sell it for further. I will take a yellow card at this minute. So I think this also need to be highlighted. AIFF need to go through the contracts of each and every club and make sure that this play and pay model should not be existing in I League or I League 2 or any league in India. It's happening regularly still. I am sure many people in the chat will also vouch for it, because many people have been highlighting this issue past to me that and जब ये अगर क्लब रेडी है पैसे लेने के लिए, प्लेयर को खिलाने के लिए, तो यार फिर आप मेरी बात समझ सकते हो कि मैं क्या बोला चाहता हूँ. तो ये बहुत बड़ा एक पुराना नेक्सस है इंडियन फुटबॉल में, ठीक है. इसमें इंडिया के बाहर के लोग भी इन्वॉल्व हैं, इंडिया में भी लोग इन्वॉल्व हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. तो दे हैव टू गो थ्रू थॉरली, जो भी चीज़ें हैं इसके थॉरली जाना चाहिए. आई थिंक पुराने अगर मैचेस खोलने पड़े तो पुराने मैचेस भी खोलिए आप. जैसे ये सिंगापुर इन्वेस्टर वाला केस, इसका क्या हुआ है किसी को पता नहीं है, कहाँ गया वो बंदा, कौन सी उस इंक्वायरी को क्या हुआ जो इंक्वायरी ऑर्डर की गई थी, इज स्टिल ओनर ऑफ दोज 4 क्लब्स, कौन से वो 4 क्लब्स है, किस बेसिस पे उन 4 क्लब ने पैसे लिए हैं, ये अभी तक किसी को आइडिया नहीं है. एंड अगेन जैसे मैंने बोला, रेफरी चेंज होना सेकेंड डिवीजन के लेटर स्टेज ऑफ गेम्स में, जहाँ पे क्वालिफिकेशन मैटर कर रहा है आई लीग का, वहाँ पे रातों रात क्यों रेफरी चेंज हो रहे हैं, किस बेसिस पे रेफरी चेंज हो रहे हैं. बिकॉज एज आई सेड, मैच फिक्सिंग 2 रीजन की वजह से होगी, या तो स्पोर्टिंग बेनिफिट लेने के लिए या मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट लेने के लिए. तो मॉनेटरी वाला तो काफी ज्यादा नेक्सस आउटसाइड ऑफ इंडिया भी है, उसमें बेटिंग कंपनीज भी इन्वॉल्व हैं, पंटर्स भी इन्वॉल्व हैं, तो उसमें फीफा भी इन्वॉल्व है बड़े लेवल पे. फीफा भी देखती है काफी सारी लीग मैचेस, तो फीफा भी हाईलाइट करती है, क्योंकि फीफा की एक एजेंसी है स्पोर्ट्स रडार. स्पोर्ट्स रडार के पास सारा डेटा रहता है कि किस मैच के ऊपर कितना पैसा लग रहा है, कितने एक्सेसिव में पैसा लग रहा है, तो उनके पास डेटा आता है. बेटिंग कंपनीज के सारे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हैं फीफा के साथ, और स्पोर्ट्स रडार के थ्रू वो ट्रैक करते हैं कि किसी पर्टिकुलर मैच में कोई अबरेटली किसी ने बेट तो नहीं किया. अबरेटली मतलब अचानक से मैंने 50 लाख रुपए लगा दिए कि यार 65 मिनट पे के अंडर गोल होगा या गोल नहीं होगा, और वो पैटर्न मेरा, अगर मैं पंटर हूँ, नहीं था पिछले कुछ मैचेस में भी मैं अलग से वो पैटर्न्स देखते हैं बेसिकली कि मैंने कोई अलग पैटर्न से बैटिंग तो नहीं करी है। तो ये चीज़ें फीफा के पास सारा डेटा होता है, ठीक है, एंड AIFF कैन ऑलवेज रिक्वेस्ट दिस डेटा फ्रॉम फीफा। स्पोर्ट्स रडार इज द एजेंसी विच कीप दिस ऑल इंटीग्रिटी ऑफ फीफा, दे आर द फीफा's पार्टनर ऑल्सो, एंड आई थिंक दे आर ऑल्सो इनटू इंडिया, उनके इंडिया में भी लोग हैं, तो वो आई एम श्योर दे कैन गो थ्रू इट। तो वो सारा खुलना चाहिए बिकॉज इसमें अल्टीमेटली दिस इज एज बिग एज द एज फ्रॉड, यू नो, एंड अगर आपके फुटबॉल में डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे, लोअर लेवल पे होता रहेगा रेगुलरली, तो आपका फुटबॉल ऊपर, दिस इज मेजर प्रॉब्लम। आप बोलो अकेडमी बना लो, ये कर लो, वो कर लो, पर ये बहुत बड़े इश्यूज हैं जिनको आप इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते इंडियन फुटबॉल में, एंड आई थिंक उसको इग्नोर करना भी नहीं चाहिए। और यू नो तो वो चीज़ है, यू नो, एंड आई होप यू नो दैट्स वेयर इट इज़, एंड आपके व्यूज़ में कमेंट्स इस बारे में लूँगा, एंड ये होपफुली ये जो कल्याण चौबे ने आज स्टेटमेंट दी है उसके थ्रू भी क्विकली चले जाते हैं। You know, he has said, AIFF report, it has come to the knowledge of AIFF that certain approaches have been recently have made to AIFF-registered players in a bid to manipulate matches of the ongoing I-League competition. AIFF has taken a serious note of this matter, would like to reiterate that its zero tolerance policy towards any activity that impacts the integrity of its competitions or otherwise brings the game of football in dispute. AIFF is committed to taking every step within its power to prevent corrupt practices from undermining values of football. Kalyan Chaubey said, we have received information of multiple approaches to our players. We will thoroughly examine the incidents, investigate and take necessary action. We are committed to protecting our players and our beautiful game, and will not tolerate any attempts of this nature to put players and the game at risk. We also continue to strengthen our institutional capacities to not only counter such threat but also educate our players officials on how to recognize, respond and report incidents of this nature. I want to also say that ISL does their own workshop with the players to how to handle these kind of stuff. Maybe those workshops need to make it bigger for the I-League and I-League 2 and even the I-League 3 players also, because ultimately everybody is a part of the same football ecosystem, and the education for the players should be same, so that they know that if they have been approached like this, what should they do, and I think वो चीज़ है। For insight like these on Indian football, you can watch Inside Indian Football every Thursday 6 PM only on A Now TV YouTube channel.